Good morning. This is How It Done. My name's Adam Helfman, and yes, it is wet. Wet, wet, wet. That's the three words today. Boy, oh boy. The rain just gave us a little bit of a reprieve, but it's still wet. So, what's going on, friends? You, like that rain we had last night, yesterday, all day, on and off, heavy and crazy? Yeah, that was a nutty day, right? Well, today we're going to talk about all kinds of waterproofing, everything to keep your house dry, from your roof to the basement to the foundation. What are you going to do? How are you going to fix it? Who are you going to call? So we're going to take care of you. We're going to give you all the resources and information that you need for that. And you know what? I got a handyman coming on today. I'm so excited for that. Handy Pro, Keith Paul. Literally the number one handyman company in America. And I just happen to be lucky that he's a friend. We got that going on. I got tips for outdoor kitchens, even though it's raining. You know, I barbecue all year round. I don't know if anyone knows that. Like, I literally will cook a steak in the middle of the winter outside. Just how I am, because that's how I roll. But, you know, it's Saturday morning. This is Home Improvement. The name's How It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. I'm your home improvement expert. We have Shout Out Saturday, 248-539-9797. Text me. I'll give you, if you're an essential worker, police, fire, EMS, city, county, whatever, contractor, of course, we'll give you the shout out. You got a question Google can't answer? No problem. I'm here for you. And guess what also today is? Salt Sale Saturday. That's because Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions, literally, they're the trusted leader in high-quality, cost-effective services and equipment throughout all of Southeast Michigan, with locations in Livingston and Oakland counties. And now they have a new location in Howell. So whether you have a city or well water, Beauchamp's going to solve your hard, smelly, and rusty water issues and keep your water safe from lead, PFAS, and other contaminants. Remember, they'll come and do a free water test, so you'll let you see what all the schmutz in your water, right? Give them a call, 810-632-2000. Again, it's 810-632-2000. Every Saturday, save on all your water treatment supplies at Beauchamp's famous Salt Sale Saturdays. Stop by Waterford, Heartland, or Howell, or visit them online at beauchampwater.com. That's kind of cool. I think so. Again, you got a question this morning, 248-539-9797. Lots of topics today. Renovation mistakes. What are the mistakes people make when they renovate a home? That's a big one. The coolest things people accidentally find in their homes. I got that one coming up. Do you need a new roof? I mean, if your roof's not leaking and there's no water coming in, think about it. Do you really want it or need a new roof? I don't know. How about home renovations that affect your insurance rates, right? That's a big one. Like putting a pool in your basement. You think your insurance goes up on that one? Or a pool on the roof? Oh boy, I bet so. Here's a good one. Silent signs your house has foundation problems. That's going to be relevant today. The do's and don'ts of waterproofing your basement walls. Listen, water always wins. That's why we have a Grand Canyon. Just ask Glenn Hagee. May he rest in peace. That guy knew. We used to have conversations, him and I, about waterproofing, about roofing, about kitchens, how long the job should take. The guy was like an encyclopedia. I was one of his sources of information for a lot of the home improvement stuff. We're also going to talk about outdoor kitchens, how to prep for one, how to make one. And, you know, look, what to know before you build a kitchen. That's a big one, especially for outdoor kitchens, at least in my opinion. I got that. I've got surprising things you can clean in your washing machine. How cool is that? You know, there's things I didn't even realize you can put in the washing machine, because that's because I'm not, like, a good washing machine guy. Although, if you ever need appliances, you know how that goes. Shout out to Cal Daywood from Protocol Mold Testing. Loves the show. Oh, boy. The Aspergillus and Stachybotrys is going to be out there growing in the next couple of weeks because, as you know, mold needs food and water to grow in a moist, dark area. That's your basement. You're going to wake up this morning, Go in your basement and go like squish, squish, slosh, slosh. That's a big OAV. Anyways, let me give you some things you never knew you could put in your washing machine. All right. How about a stuffed animal? You got to be careful when you put a stuffed animal in your washing machine. I mean, I had a little stuffed animal for years, but I pulled the tail off of it. I pulled the arms off. It had mileage. My stuffed animal had more miles than I-75. Anyways, you should put it in a what we call a bag, like a mesh laundry bag. That's the best way when you wash them. How about a mop head? Did you know you can put your mop heads in the washing machine? Yeah, but don't put it in with your clothes. Oy. How about oven mitts? I had an oven mitt catch on fire the other day. It's so funny. Now, baseball caps, I got a few really cool caps, but I'm afraid to put them in. You got to get one of those like frames that you put the cap in, then you wash it. I got to go find one of those. Anyone know where to get a baseball cap washing frame or whatever? Like a little thing you put it in? Yeah, your sneakers. I always wash my sneakers. Small toys? Can you imagine putting Legos in your washing machine? Click, click, click. Can you imagine the clanking noise that puts in there? How about the bacteria on all the Legos? I used to put them all in my mouth. Pillows, we all know. How about plastic shower curtains? Spray off all the mold, things like that. Backpacks, lunch boxes, yoga mats. Well, yoga mat for sure. Throw that sucker in there. Bath mats and small rugs as well. That's a lot of good stuff. All right, well, it's Shout Out Saturday, 248-539-9797. We're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts of waterproofing your basement. Rain, 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 go away. My name's Adam Helfman, and this is the Hire It Done Radio Network.
Hello, Simon Thomas here, CEO at Adobe, and I would like to thank you for considering us to sell your home. Here at Adobe, we have created a brokerage that creates value for our agents, and in return will create value for you. We have built a support staff that allows our agents to concentrate on one thing, getting your home sold, the right way for the right price in the right amount of time. Please watch this video to see how Adobe will get the job done for you.
So how do we sell your home? The first thing we do is take professional photography to get your home looking its best and to get it on the market as fast as possible. We then immediately list your home on the MLS and other major platforms such as Zillow, Realtor.com, etc. for maximum national exposure. We utilize all social media platforms and run listing ads to specific targeted audiences. We use other digital platforms such as MailChimp and our own Adobe website at weareadobe.com. Our team will also host open houses and tap into their personal networks to get serious buyers in the door. For marketing to be efficient and successful, we need to accurately price your home. To accurately price your home in the current market, our agents use a comparative market analysis of the homes sold in your neighborhood. This analysis will ensure accurate pricing while giving you the highest yield possible in the current market. Here's a word from a few of our clients on their experience with Adobe.
Adobe brought us an amazing offer on our home within 10 days of listing it on the market.
The experience for me with Adobe was great. From the very beginning, they were very candid with me, which is what I was looking for. I didn't want an agent to blow smoke or to tell me what they could list my home for. ultimately, what they said was they're in the business of selling homes, not listing them, and that came to fruition.
It was a really seamless process for us. From start to finish, the responsiveness and the professionalism was incredible.
The process was very streamlined and ultimately got into a home a little bit less than what I was looking to spend. So overall, it was a great process. The timing was great, and I've got nothing but great things to say about the experience.
From the very first meeting to the closing table, every detail was executed flawlessly, and we are so happy that we chose Dobie.
If anyone is looking to buy or sell a new home, I would absolutely trust Dobie as your partner.
Selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you will make all year. Our agents and support staff are here to help you every step of the way. Thank you again for considering Dobie to list your home. We wish you the best of luck, and we look forward to meeting with you.
Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Boy, oh boy, did we get a lot of rain, didn't we? Holy moly. Well, let's just say this. If your basement's flooded, the reality is you got to, what we call mitigate your damages. Your insurance company, homeowners insurance, covers floods. If your sump pump broke because it was pumping so much, make sure you have sump pump coverage. That's the big kaplooey one that you got to make sure. But, there was so much rain yesterday, that the ground can't absorb it quick enough. So what's going to happen when you have that problem? The water finds another place to go. It pools up on the surface, and it starts migrating wherever it can go. That's the problem. So when your house has a basement that's underground, there's a million reasons why your basement can flood. And when this is one of those rains, and they're calling rain for the next 10 days or some crazy numbers. Oy, we just are getting all these plagues. Maybe maybe God and it's all coming back, right? We're in trouble. Although I can build an ark in case we need to float. I can hire that done. So let me give you the do's and don'ts of waterproofing your basement walls. That way, you get a little bit more sense when someone calls you or comes to your house and says, "Oh, your basement walls are falling in." And by the way, 248-539-9797. You're a contractor listening this morning. Give us a shout out. If you are a essential worker or you have a question that Google can't answer, I'm here for you. So first of all, let's do a couple of things. Let's do the silent signs that your house has foundation problems. Obviously, silent meaning if you hear running water, that's a problem. But here's the thing. Okay, so let's go with exterior wall cracks. Your house is built on a basement that's either concrete blocks, or poured wall. Now, there are brick walls, and there are also wood basement walls, foundations like that, stone even walls. But the majority are concrete block, cinder block, and poured wall. Don't overlook the exterior walls of your home, especially in the lower level, and look for cracks. Did you know the direction of the crack tells you a lot about the foundation? If the crack goes horizontal, right to left, left to right, or it goes up and down, vertical, that's a difference. Vertical crack, horizontal crack, diagonal cracks, stair-step cracks. Let's say you have block walls and it goes just through the grout lines and it looks like steps. That's a big problem. Literally, if the foundation's getting pushed in from the outside pressure of the soil from outside, you're going to have horizontal cracks most of the time. There are such things as vertical cracks, and sometimes that's from pressure on a point. But both are fixable. One's more expensive than the other. And again, it's all about how you fix it. Now, I've always been a fan of outside waterproofing systems, meaning if you can fix it from the outside and manage the water before it gets in your house, then you're good to go. However, and this is the big however. However, you might have a front porch where the water's leaking behind it. You might have a deck on the back where the water's leaking in the basement underneath the deck. You might have a driveway going up along the side of your house that's pitched to the house. So the problem is, what do you do when that happens? Oh, you just rip out your front porch and waterproof from the outside? Oh, you rip your deck out from the outside? Oh, you just cut your driveway out? Oh, because everyone's got so much darn money. Sorry, Charlie. Mark. That's not how you can do it. So that's why you sometimes have to manage the water from the inside. That's a key component. And by the way, when the inside water proofing systems are done properly, then you're good. And they're done, and you're good to go. Understand that, my friends. Understand that that's what you need. You need waterproofing done properly. So what happens when they break up your floor and things like that? Well, we're gonna break down the whole waterproofing situation when we get. But I want to talk about how your foundations in your siding. Siding can buckle. If you have warped siding in your house, do you know that that's a sign of water? And it could be foundation problems as well. Because remember, water migrates both ways, up, down, sideways. So you got to be careful. Siding buckles, cracks, warps, mostly from moisture. Now, what about the ground around your house? What if the water or the ground around your house sitting against your foundation is actually sinking down towards the house? How about when your floors are bouncing? Is that a sign that your builder was just cheap? Right? So that's the problem. You just don't know. Your home shouldn't be bouncing house. Bouncy floors may be a sign of not framed properly. Termites. 2x6 floor joists are not good. 2x8 is the lowest. 10s and 12s is more my style. However, soft and spongy floorboards are an indication that the structural beams may have been damaged, may have been shrinking, may have been, how would we say, not structurally correct. What about a lot of weeds near your foundation? No one likes weeds. I'm not a weed guy, even though it's legal. Oh, that's a different kind of weed. Anyways, you got to be careful because that means, again, plants like moisture. Now, you got a crawl space. Is it damp? That's a problem. If your drywall's cracking, that's a problem. Drainage issues, even a bigger one. The list goes on and on. So you got to be careful. You got to understand, even if you have uneven floors, drainage issues. I will tell you this. If you're thinking of getting flooring in your basement, I would go and check out flooring places because literally you can find waterproof flooring and and you've heard of Independent Carpet One, right? I'm sure everyone has. Independent Carpet One Floor and Home, one of our sponsors actually. They have the best flooring for your basement. They have the best flooring for your house. Think about that. LVT, luxury vinyl tile. It's waterproof, mold-proof, mildew-proof. Installed properly, you can't lose. And as far as selection goes, they're in Westland. Anybody can get there really quick. Just so you know. Literally, it's really, really a good store place. Just for that. So I just want you to know that. Anyways, 248-539-9797. Got a question for me today? Shout out from the boys at McAllister Fence. It's raining. Yeah, I know. Maybe you guys can go out and get some estimates. I'm sure you got a list forever. Anyways, I want to say thanks for tuning in. We're going to be right back with some really good content. In fact, I'm going to be talking about more waterproofing. I'm going to break that down for everyone. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Saturday, rain, rain, rain. That's right. It is definitely wet out there. So obviously we want to focus on basement waterproofing, how to dry it out, what are the components. So we're going to break that down. We have Keith Paul from Handy Pro coming in the studio in a minute. He's a handyman, owns a handyman service. And they're one of the larger handyman services around, most in the busiest, most professional, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, everyone's always asking me, hey, Adam, I need a handyman. What do I do? I'm like, call them. Anyways, so waterproofing your basement. We talked about inside systems, outside systems, preferably like an outside system. Now, the best companies, in my opinion, that can do both, right? Some outside in some areas and inside in others, or inside and outside, depending. Now, remember, most of the time the water comes from the top, but there is water that comes from the ground level. It's called hydrostatic, and it comes underneath. You should say, hey, my walls aren't leaking, but it's coming from the floor. That could happen in this kind of rain because there's so much water absorbing into the ground that it can't absorb it fast enough. So what happens is the water, comes from underneath and pushes up. That's where you have a problem. So first you got to determine the source of the water, right? Because concrete's porous. You can often see wet streaks from the walls, lets you know where the water's coming from. Sometimes you can't. But obviously, if it's coming through a wall, you got to get rid of the water. Now, concrete can absorb, your concrete blocks, all that can absorb a lot of water before you even know that the water's coming through. So, again, the way a wall is designed, water hits the outside of it, drips down the outside of it, and goes into what we call drain tile. And then the drain tile runs the water out away. Now, there's bleeders that go underneath the footing that go into the basement underneath the floor, and that runs the water to stump, and then it gets pumped out. So right there is where you have a few ways to get rid of water. But a lot of times it gets plugged, a lot of time it doesn't work, and a lot of times you'll have issues where you have to make sure that the water's managed properly. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, look, we had so much rain these last couple of days. Can you imagine somebody? I have a friend who she just bought a motorcycle. Okay. We'll call her Rocky. Let's just use that as an example. Some people know her, some don't. Or no, we're not going to call her Rocky. We're going to call her Crash. She got a brand new motorcycle. And literally the minute she got the motorcycle, the weathermen are like, oh, rain's coming, right? Rain. So she brought rain everywhere. So, of course, she needs to practice. She's driving up and down in the streets. Here comes the rain clouds. Everywhere she goes, rain. And, driving into the neighbor's fence, driving, down the road, whatever it is, rain cloud. Wasn't there a Charlie Brown character that had a black cloud hanging over him? Always followed him with rain. I think there was. Yeah, I can't remember. But anyways, so this lady just gets a new motorcycle, and then the rain comes. Should we blame it? It's like when you get a car wash. It calls for sunny weather, and then you get a car wash. What happens? It rains. Raquel gets a motorcycle. Besides crashing it, it rains. Anyways, I just don't understand. Maybe it's the guy who's teaching her how to drive it, right? Because literally, who does that? Who allows someone to get a motorcycle without literally practicing? The Kmart parking lot? I'm watching training wheels. Oh, do they make training wheels for motorcycles? Not yet. Well, that's okay. So do me a favor. Will you put his mic on? Are you here? Yeah, he's. Okay.
I am.
Good morning, Keith.
How are you?
I'm so good. I don't know what to do with myself. Do you like motorcycles?
I have a motorcycle. My wife and I love riding motorcycles. Yes, and I don't have training wheels anymore, but that would have been good for training because there's.
Do they make
stories.
training wheels on motorcycles?
They should.
What kind of cycle do you have? Just curious.
Harley.
Yes,
Street Glide. Yeah.
So if someone has a Honda, is that like oh, you're not cool?
Anybody who has a bike is cool. So as long as you're out there and you're being safe and having a good time, enjoying life.
What is some advice? Cool. You've been driving a motorcycle for a while, right?
I have.
So what's advice you have someone for a newbie?
A newbie is take your training class seriously. I know so many people that are on the road that didn't get their license. Get your license. Go through training. if you're not if you're not confident, go through training again. My lovely wife went through training a few times, and you can't train enough because you have to watch everybody else. You know, there's this thing called the phone that people are distracted by a little bit.
Right. So you got to watch out for the other people.
Right. Exactly. And by the way, the peanuts.
Yeah.
Pigpen.
Pigpen.
I was just looking him up. I'm like, that's a good question. Who is that guy with the black crown?
Remember? And he always had the cloud.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Although Raquel is not Pigpen,
No.
but the cloud is thunderstorms are on top of her.
Who's that? Rocky or Crash?
Her name is Rocky. Her name's Raquel. Her name is Crash.
Gotcha.
She goes by a few names.
Okay.
In fact, she's a fan of the show. She's a longtime friend. And the guy that she's learning how to drive, but he's like a contractor, super good. It's a funny story though. She the other day she says to me, "Hey, I need a guy to do concrete work. You got anybody?" I wish I could tell my answer on the radio, but I can't. That's for the Hire It Done Underground edition.
Underground, behind the scenes.
Right.
Right.
The concrete, we got the concrete boots talking. But anyways, I digress. So joining me on the radio show right now, you may have heard the voice. His name is Keith Paul. His company, Handy Pro. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you, Adam. It's great to see you. And,
yeah, glad you're here.
Oh, I love. I'm listening to your show on the way here. I mean, how relevant is all this rain? Isn't it crazy?
Right.
10 more days. Is that what you said?
Yeah, like listen, I don't love the weathermen, but I got to give them credit. They were right this time.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly. So when you start in the arc. What are you talking about?
I had a deposit on the wood. It's a little expensive.
Right.
So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my loan to get approved for the 10 2x4s, I'm sure.
Right. Remortgage your house for the two.
Although lumber
2x4s.
prices have settled down a little bit.
A little bit.
I think that prices was a money grab by the brokers. I don't think
so?
it was literally the lumber manufacturers.
It wasn't a supply chain or nothing.
It was the distribution. Those guys got they sell. Here it is. The big forestry companies, they sell to brokers, and the brokers sell to all the the Home Depots, the box stores, and lumber companies. And what happened was they're like, oh well, everyone else at COVID's going to be playing this game. Let's see if we can do the big squeeze.
Jump in the game, huh?
The lumber squeeze. And they got away with it for a minute. And then what happened is all the orders got canceled. You know what? We're going to cancel it because all our suppliers said we're not going to buy it because we can't afford it. We're not doing the houses.
Right.
And everything, like May forecast for new construction didn't hit the forecast. It's behind it. So
you can't build a house if you're going to lose the money.
Well, there you go. You don't want to. Building a house is going to cost you $50,000-$60,000 more just because of some guy said, "Oh, I want more money." Not happening, Houston. Not happening. So you have a question, 248-539-9797. We're open lines for texting. We got Keith Paul from Handy Pro. It wasn't a rain cloud around Pigpen from the Peanuts game. It was a smelly scent cloud. Joe from Harbor Springs.
Smelly scent cloud.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even more appropriate.
Right.
It's okay. It's all good. But I appreciate that, Joe from Harbor Springs. What a great... There used to be a really good diner up in Harbor Springs called Julerette's. They had the best French toast.
Oh. Ooh, it is time for French toast, too, isn't it?
Yeah, with some bacon. From the Pancake House. Original Pancake House.
A little bit of
I'm
hash
hungry.
browns.
That's it. I'm hungry. Who's going to bring food? So, Keith, let me ask you a question. Handy Pro, you and I have been buddies for, I don't know, 15 years? 16 years?
If not longer.
More.
Yeah,
More. I started Hire It Done in 2005. We knew each other before I started Hire It Done.
Yeah, when you were with your other company.
Fairway.
Right.
Oi.
We met at the we were at a conference for was it the National Association of Remodelers?
NARI,
yes.
something like that. But then you were at a home show. You were doing leads. You were like a referral company.
Service. Yeah, we started that way.
I remember that. Isn't that funny?
It is.
A lot of people ask me, Adam, if you'd be a contractor again, what would you do? You know what's funny? I have two issues. I'd be a roofer or a handyman.
Oh, yeah, one or the other, huh?
Yeah. The only reason why I'm leaning towards roofing is because you stay on the outside of the house.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know about this week, but yeah, most of the time.
Of course. Yeah, but literally.
Hey,
but
they're both noble professions.
How hard is it to be in the handyman business today?
How hard is it? It's
never been easy.
Well, it's a great place to be in because you're jack of all trades, and you just have a whole bunch of to-do lists, and you give us a call. So I get to work with. We have 12 handymen on staff, and I'm honored to work with each one of them. They get up, they're hardworking, they're honest, they'll do. They're most of them. I mean, our guys have been here. Our average guys have been with us for 6 years.
It's the best.
So I mean, how honored can it be to work with
Those people.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. We're talking with Keith Paul, founder of Handy Pro. Is handypro.com?
Handypro.com.
1-800-9-HANDY-4. 4-HANDY-PRO.
9handy4.
Right? 1-800-9-HANDY-4. Isn't that still it?
It is. What a great memory.
That's amazing. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk with Keith about handyman, what the typical handyman project is, why it's smart to bulk your projects together, and how long does it take today to get the job done? I'm going to ask that.
If somebody would call us today, it takes between 1 and 2 weeks for us to get out there.
Oh, boy. Let's break that down when we come back. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We've got Keith Paul from Handy Pro in studio. Welcome back, Keith.
Hey, thanks for having me. On this
Okay, so
beautiful day.
everybody needs a handyman. There's no, legitimately, everybody needs a handyman.
Every home needs a trusted handyman.
Okay, that's a better way to say it. Trusted handyman. Yeah, thank you for that, by the way. So what is it? Can you break that down for the listener? What is a trusted handyman?
What is a trusted handyman? When somebody lets us in our house and they pay us to do work, we're going into something that's very private, and we take that with such honor. When you're looking for a handyman, I mean, you do a great job, Adam, and telling people, do your homework. You're letting somebody in your house. Trusted handyman you verify that they're insured. You verify that they have a license. You verify that they've done good work for your neighbors. And because, at the end, our whole business was started because my beautiful wife, Deborah, her grandmother, who lived in Allen Park here, had a kitchen remodeling project that she was getting done. And the gentleman came up to her and said, you know what, I need $2,000. I interbid the cabinets. And she's a trusting soul, wrote the check and never saw the guy again.
Hey.
That's why we started the company. So it's all
How
all
many
about
years ago
trust.
was it now?
We're celebrating our 25th year. Thank you for asking.
Wow.
25th year. Yeah.
Holy.
That's like when we met. We started when we were like, what, 5, 6?
I don't even, it's so amazing how, look at 96% of all businesses fail in the first 5 years.
They do.
So you're at 25 years.
We're at 25 years. We got great people. We're blessed.
Congratulations. Well,
Thank you so
I'm not
much.
surprised
Thank
just
you.
because I know you and I know that your perseverance, but your honesty, the way, like it says, trust. It really is the right way to say it.
Thank you.
I do that. So let's talk about the actual business. People got a call. I got a door. I got a little bit. I want a glass block window. I got a window shade I got to install. I got these new locks that I want to put on with the keypads.
Right.
I got 6, 7 items. I got to
It's
find a
TV
guy.
to put up.
Everyone's calling me, hey, Adam, you got a guy? You got a guy, Adam? I'm like, yeah, I got a guy. I got a girl. I got a him, there, they. I got
Right.
whatever you need, right? Because God forbid, you got to say it the right way today. That's why I like to speak in my Hire It Done Yiddish. Skuts, schmutz. People don't know what it means, although it's legal.
Yiddish.
It's the right way to say it. But, Keith, when someone calls Handy Pro, it's, they're like, they obviously have something they need done. Is it typically I need someone right away? Is it they say, oh, get someone today right away, or is it like, here's my list, what can you guys do? How does that? What's the conversation like when they first call?
No, absolutely, and you're absolutely right. They usually have that list, that to-do list, and if it's the females calling, they'll say, hey, my husband won't do this, and if it's a guy's calling, they say, I can do this, I just don't have enough time, rah rah, and we'll just ask for what their list is. And then we have 12 craftsmen, so we'll pair them up with the best craftsman that can suit their needs, and then we'll, like I said, right now we're booked up 1, 2, 3 weeks, depending on who some of our craftsmen are booked up to August,
Right.
But and depending on how they are, we'll send them out. They'll give an estimate, and the homeowner will say okay, yes, or no, thank you, and we're on our way.
Makes sense. Let me ask you this. Outdoor kitchens, big popular thing.
Mm-hmm.
Outdoor barbecues, decks. I have an existing deck, but it needs like a new handrail in one section. I need to replace a couple of risers, and then I have a pizza oven coming.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay,
Oh,
is
so
that
good.
where the show's going to be held next?
No, we're gonna have a pizza party though.
All right.
Definitely. In fact, I have this whole new addiction about pizza, but we'll talk about that because one bite, everyone knows the rules.
Oh yeah, you can't take one.
Right. No, of course. However, my point is, I need to add a section of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something a handyman? You guys got guys who can do a little small, like a 4 foot by 3 foot section add on to a deck?
We get a lot of calls for that. Yes, we can do that. If you want a big 2-tier deck and so forth, it's best. There's companies that specialize in that. But people will call us and we'll add on to a section of a deck or put we do a lot of wheelchair ramps, right? Because we do a lot of
Sure.
aging in place, and so it's really no difference.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure, but again, it takes planning. And I always, we recently did a webinar with the Better Business Bureau, and the actual theme of the webinar, and it was post-COVID, coming out of COVID, how to hire a contractor. I said to people right out of the gates, I said, okay, let's just start with the right mindset. Patience, patience, patience. Just like real estate, location, location, location.
That's wisdom.
We want everyone to understand patience. And the reason why I say that is because if you want the job done properly, you want it done by someone you trust and that's reputable, the demand for that type of work is so great that the good guys are busy.
They're worth the wait.
And you agree with that?
Absolutely.
And I say everyone out there right now, it's worth the wait to have the right guy do it. And that's the best part about it. So you guys are, you're busy as can be. Busiest you've ever been?
Pretty close. Yeah.
You're at
Yeah,
max
you know what?
capacity.
Yeah. I'm now that you say that, probably the busiest we've ever been. Yeah. Yeah. This time of year, we usually, if we're lucky, we can get out there within a 1 to 2 weeks, but it might
When you say come out to do, is that to price the job or is that to do the work?
to price the job.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So if I call you Monday, say, hey, I heard you on the weekend radio show and I got a whole little things and I walked around my house like Adam said, I got 11 items, 5 light bulbs to replace, 2 handles, drywall repair, 1 tile to glue back down, and change some air filters.
Right.
One guy can do all that.
In most part, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so you'll come out and price it in 2 weeks and then you'll schedule it depending on, like today, look at, no outside work is getting done today.
Oh,
right?
yeah, right. And that's why I say that, 1 to 2 weeks, we have a ton of exterior work next week. And
if it's
you know how
raining,
it
you're going to
goes.
be giving quotes next week. Instead.
Exactly. So you call us, we might be able to get out there in a couple days. Mother Nature, it's all up to Mother Nature, and we'll leave it to her.
And the number to call is, it's handypro.com, obviously.
Yeah, it's Handy Pro, and you can book your own appointments right on handypro.com.
You don't even
too.
have to talk to anyone.
You don't
no one
have
wants to talk to anyone anymore anyway.
I know. We put online, and then we have an app called Trust Pro with a Z, Trust Pro, and then we have chat. And those, we haven't even marketed it yet, right? We've been working on that for 3 years.
Wow.
And, we're launching here in the beginning of the year, but we haven't been able to launch it because we're so busy.
Wow.
But more people are using it. It's great.
It's
you
gonna,
can pay.
it'll virtually, organically grow.
Yeah.
And go that way. And I think that's great. So, okay, so someone called you for a handyman. Now, let me just, for everyone out there, if you Google handyman and you hit the word news or media, the first bunch of stories are going to be like murderer.
Oh, yes.
Rapist, suspicion of this or that. And it's crazy. And, that was one of the reasons why I started Hire Done, just like you for your grandma or mother-in-law who got ripped off for the kitchen. You guys do a very, very good job and a thorough job of screening who you hire.
Thank you very much.
And you are hiring,
it's
right?
critical. We are recruiting. We have a $1,000 bonus for anybody who stays 90 days. So, yeah, we're really picky. I mean, you got to be good.
You got to pass a drug test.
What's that?
You got to pass a drug test.
Yes.
You got to pass you got to have a valid
driver's license, and we do a state and a federal background check.
Okay, so let's just say, I'm going to give an example because, again, it's all about trust. And this is one of those situations where I'm 53 years old. When I was 18, 30X years ago, I got caught breaking and entering my aunt's house. I didn't want to come home. I went and broke in, and the police caught me. I pled it, never, but it's on the record.
Sure.
But now I'm 53, repented. It's 33 years later. Did I disqualify myself?
In most cases, yes.
Okay, that's what I figured.
In most cases, yes.
I'm
we
okay
all made
with
mistakes when we were young.
Yeah.
And we all deserve a second chance. But when you're alone in somebody's house, we have to take extra precaution. And if they were speeding and lost their license and stuff like I did when I was young, we've all done stuff like that.
So that's what I figured. All right, listen, we're at the end of the hour. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to bring you back. I'm going to talk more. Keith Paul, Handy Pro, 1-800-9-HANDY-4, right?
Yes.
Or handypro.com. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about what's the most popular handyman, how long should the job take, and what are some questions people should ask before they come out. My name's Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network.
Hello, Simon Thomas here, CEO at Adobe, and I would like to thank you for considering us to sell your home. Here at Adobe, we have created a brokerage that creates value for our agents, and in return will create value for you. We have built a support staff that allows our agents to concentrate on one thing, getting your home sold, the right way for the right price in the right amount of time. Please watch this video to see how Adobe will get the job done for you.
So how do we sell your home? The first thing we do is take professional photography to get your home looking its best and to get it on the market as fast as possible. We then immediately list your home on the MLS and other major platforms such as Zillow, Realtor.com, etc. for maximum national exposure. We utilize all social media platforms and run listing ads to specific targeted audiences. We use other digital platforms such as MailChimp and our own Adobe website at weareadobe.com. Our team will also host open houses and tap into their personal networks to get serious buyers in the door. For marketing to be efficient and successful, we need to accurately price your home. To accurately price your home in the current market, our agents use a comparative market analysis of the homes sold in your neighborhood. This analysis will ensure accurate pricing while giving you the highest yield possible in the current market. Here's a word from a few of our clients on their experience with Adobe.
Adobe brought us an amazing offer on our home within 10 days of listing it on the market.
The experience for me with Adobe was great. From the very beginning, they were very candid with me, which is what I was looking for. I didn't want an agent to blow smoke or to tell me what they could list my home for. Ultimately, what they said was they're in the business of selling homes, not listing them, and that came to fruition.
It was a really seamless process for us. From start to finish, the responsiveness and the professionalism was incredible.
The process was very streamlined and ultimately got into a home a little bit less than what I was looking to spend. So overall, it was a great process. The timing was great, and I've got nothing but great things to say about the experience.
From the very first meeting to the closing table, every detail was executed flawlessly, and we are so happy that we chose Adobe.
If anyone is looking to buy or sell a new home, I would absolutely trust Adobe as your partner.
Selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you will make all year. Our agents and support staff are here to help you every step of the way. Thank you again for considering Adobe to list your home. We wish you the best of luck, and we look forward to meeting with you.
Yeah, that's right. It's the weekend. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. What a great Saturday. It's just a little wet. If you haven't noticed, it rained a little bit. First thing I want you to do is make sure that your basement's not flooded. Check your sump pump, and then call your insurance agent. Make sure you have sump pump coverage. We've always been saying that for years and years and years in Hire It Done, but wanted to remind you. We've got Keith Paul from Handy Pro in studio. Welcome back, Keith.
Thanks, Adam. It's great to be here on this nice sunny day.
Thank you. Yes, sunny day is right. Not happening. 248-539-9797. If you have a question Google can't answer, maybe we can do that. If you're a contractor, essential worker, text us. We'll give you a shout out today. We'd love for you to let us know who you are, not working this morning. So, Keith, let's talk about the handyman business. What are the primary items that you guys do? Because handyman means almost everything. But what are the sweet spot for you guys? If you're a homeowner, you have this. We'll take care of you for sure. What would this be?
Boy, we're trying to define that because we're doing a new website. We want to list all of our services, and I think we're at 1,600, right? Because
it's everything.
It's everything. Yeah, your doors is not working. You need a lock on your door. You want a TV mounted and installed. You want drywall repair where your son put the handle of your door through. You got that gutter that's leaking. You have that fascia board that needs to be repaired because it's rotted. I mean, the list really just goes on and on. You got that tile that's broke. You want
you could just take
your bathtub.
It's funny you say that. You could just take a front door, and you can take. There's probably 30 items on a front door,
right?
That you could have a handyman take care of. Replace the lock, fix the lock, adjust the door, adjust the hinges, put a new toe kick on it, right?
Yeah,
put a new peephole in it, put a ring doorbell on it.
Jam's broke.
The threshold. You can see light through the edges, the moldings.
Weather stripping, yes.
The glass is foggy.
Yeah. So how do you...
It just keeps going.
It together. Right. So we always say just, give us a call and ask, send us an email, ask, we'll let you know. Some things we can't do. We're not electricians. We're not plumbers. We can't do that. We can't fix your furnace or anything like that. We're not going to go up on your roof.
Do you guys? So if someone needs a plumbing issue, you just tell them to call a plumber, or depends on what. Like I bought a faucet off of one of these websites on sale. I need it installed. You come put it in.
Yeah, we can change a faucet, but if your faucet needs a new line ran, because
plumbing,
you're in different,
get a pro.
Need a licensed plumber.
How about a water heater?
Yeah.
Someone just texted, is it a bad idea to drain an old water heater that has not been drained in ages?
What do you think?
My answer is I'm going to say don't drain it.
Yeah.
I'm literally going to say that. And the reason why
a lot
is
of people
because,
don't agree with us, but I agree with you.
Right. Here's the thing. Water heaters last 8 to 12 years. Mm-hmm. I had someone the other day say to me, my water heater's 17 years old. I'm like, you are like a time bomb. Don't touch it. It's like if you're
right.
Why replace your roof if it's not leaking?
Right.
However, some people say, I don't like the color anymore. Okay, no problem.
Paint it.
Exactly. So I don't paint your roof. That's a good one.
Right.
I used to know a guy who would do that.
But a lot of people, they don't want to and it's controversial whether you want to drain your water heater or not, because there is good points and there's bad points. But I know people who've done it, all of a sudden they drain out the sediments that were plugging something else up, and now their water heater's bad and they have to get it replaced, right?
Well, here's the thing. The actual process of the pressure of the drain water coming out of it is pulling things from the inside. Mm-hmm. And, of course, you have the magnesium rod or aluminum rod, whatever it is, and you got that dip tube, and it smells. And literally when you fill it back up and it starts to pressurize, that's when the weakness shows, and then kaboom. Then it blows out the bottom and everything's everywhere.
And then you're getting a new one.
Well, here's the best part about that. We have a great plumber here at Hire It Done. Shelby Mechanical is one of them. Okay. I tell people, take a look at the potential of upgrading to a high-efficiency water heater or tankless, because save space and, it's fun to upgrade.
Are tankless, I haven't studied that in probably 10 years, but
right.
Are they more affordable now that they're worth the price now?
It's interesting you say that, because the prices of tankless water, it's $3,500 minimum for a decent one.
Yeah.
Okay. A really high efficiency hot water heater, a 40-gallon is like $1,200. 50-gallon is like $1,700 on up. So it's the ratio between the water heaters and the tankless are pretty much the same.
We use less gas, right? On a tankless.
Here's the problem with that. Yes. Okay. I'll give you the quick analogy. So a 40 or 50-gallon water heater, heats water all day long, whether you're using it or not, right? So you got
Right.
50 gallons, heating it to 120 degrees or whatever
Got to
temperature.
stay there.
A tankless water heater, keyword tankless, meaning no tank. So there's no water to heat. But the minute you turn your faucet on, it sends the signal to heat the water. But then you got a blast furnace because it's heating it with such ferocity, right?
Right,
and it's
right,
using
right.
so much gas
Right.
to get it to temperature. And it takes about a good minute and a half to have the hot water reach you.
Mm-hmm.
So most people need to learn a little bit of patience. Now, depending on how long you run the hot water for, depends on how much gas.
Good point.
So
Good point.
I would not buy a tankless water heater based on just trying to save energy. I would buy based on convenience,
Space.
space for sure,
Right.
and that's the reality of it. So,
Sure.
and it's not a bad idea, but again, it all depends on people's budgets.
Just make sure you hire somebody who can do it right for you. Either way.
It's the only
Right?
way to do it, right?
There you go.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk about, since, you're busy, what's the biggest handyman project you've done?
Water
Things like-
cleanup today. No.
Oh, yeah, right. We'll do that in a second. All right, we're going to take a quick break. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. Good morning. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Keith Paul from Handy Pro in studio. Question for you, Keith. Do you have, like, if someone calls you and says, I have an outdoor barbecue and I want to do some work around the deck, I want to do an outdoor kitchen, and they buy the components. Can you guys do that with them? Work with the homeowner and get the installation done and all that?
Absolutely. If they need a gas line ran, then no, we have to get a plumber to do that. But if we're assembling the barbecue or we're making the deck barbecue friendly and moving rails and adding to the deck, absolutely, all the time. It's especially with COVID, everybody's staying home, so the
staycation became the new.
That's it. Yes.
Isn't it funny? You know what the QR codes are, where you take your phone and you.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so they were on their deathbed before COVID. Like, no one used them, and everyone's like, it's a technology, never got used.
It's going to go away.
And then COVID hit, and next thing you know, everyone's looking at menus, using it so you don't have touchless.
That's it.
It's interesting.
Became touchless. Yeah. Even our customers were asking for it. How can I not touch you and shake hands?
Well, here's the thing.
In all due respect.
Just for the sake of everyone listening right now, if they call Handy Pro and your guy comes out, what is your COVID policy? Or is everyone vaccinated? Do you guys wear masks if the homeowner requests it? Like, what are you guys doing?
Absolutely. Up until when was it? When did the MIOSHA change on Monday?
Yeah, last week.
Right now everybody still has masks in their truck and so forth. But up until then, they would have to take a picture of a thermometer after they took it on their head, and they'd send it into their manager. They would all wear masks. They have gloves, and they had bacteria, wipes and everything. They had to wipe everything down. Yeah, we took that pretty seriously, because that's what the clients wanted, and we wanted to protect the family of our craftsmen. So it was a win-win. Was it a pain in the butt to do that every morning? Ask the management. Absolutely, but it was well worth necessary. So now everybody has it. We got some craftsmen that still want to wear it. We ask the clients if they want us to wear it. We do.
Makes sense, and I'm glad that you did that. It was unprecedented territory. It was uncharted waters for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely, nobody knew what to do in the beginning.
Yeah, I did.
You knew what to do?
Yeah.
I should have called you.
I would have told you to stay home.
We did it. We did it. We never thought we'd get on it with all of our franchisees and say, guess what? You all have to close down for 6 weeks minimum, if not 8 weeks.
Yeah. I sat home on my butt. I got addicted to YouTube and pizza and home cooking. I make a meatloaf that Martha Stewart would be proud of.
I might have to put you to the test. When can I come back?
and
have meatloaf.
I haven't made it since I started to go out to eat again. But
you said this is the first time you had guests.
And I also make pizza bagel. That's like award winning.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, see, you're like my daughter.
My pizza oven is going to be like a pizza party. When that oven comes, we're going to have a pizza party, like crazy. I'll hire it done pizza party.
Deb and I used to have a pizzeria in Garden City
before
we started this.
Was
company.
it called Little Caesars?
No. It's called Pizza Junction.
Pizza Junction. Did you make the dough?
We did.
I'm learning about dough right now, and I didn't realize there's like different strains of yeast. There's what they call Polish. There's, like Biga. I didn't realize it. So you want to hear something great? This is the best thing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna learn all these pizza dough recipes, and then I have a friend who owns a pizza place, right? And I called him up. I'm like, hey, I'm making dough. Can you help me? He goes, why are you making dough? I'm like, because it's part of the deal. He goes, dude, call me up a day before.
Oh.
I'll make 100 things of dough for you. I'll measure them out for 8-ounce pieces. He goes, and you can freeze them. They last 6 months. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah.
Did you try that?
No, I haven't got my pizza oven yet. I'm gonna, because look, I tried making some homemade pizzas before because I have a stone and I put it in my oven, like my other oven. But
you gotta do it on a stone.
I have a pizza stone, yeah. But I've heard about like these pizza steels now and stuff, and here's the thing, making dough is messy. I'm an anti-messy. I'm like OCD, like.
Oh, do you? Oh, yeah. Then don't
right.
do the dough.
So if I buy the dough, and then I'll buy the dough, maybe. The keyword maybe. I'm gonna shrink wrap it, in those machines, vacuum seal it, and then I'll have them in individual packages so I can pull them out. However, you still gotta thaw it out. So
you gotta plan ahead. But you're gonna make the sauce yourself, right?
Oh yeah. So here's I found a guy, food god. He's called the Food God.
The Food God?
And he has a pizza sauce, San Marzano tomatoes, blah, 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 blah. But there's a secret ingredient in it that he let everyone know about. Are you ready for this?
What?
I'm going to gross you out, but it literally is a game changer. I tried it. You add, for every like quart of sauce, you add 1 tablespoon of strawberry jelly. And
Really?
The sugar and the strawberry, like you mix it in, it just cuts the acid a little bit because of the sweetness, but it gives it a hint. And you can't really taste unless I tell you what it is, but it's a game changer. I did it one time.
Is that
myself.
right? I'll have
It
to
was
try that.
so
We put
good.
sugar in ours, but we never.
Well, that's
put
just to cut the
strawberry.
acidity, but the
Yeah.
strawberry jelly is in replacement of the sugar, but it's got a little bit of, and oh boy, game changer.
That doesn't gross me out, but that actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Anyways,
Strawberry pizza.
248-539-9797. You got a question for Keith Paul from Handy Pro. You got a question Google can't answer. We'd love to help you out. So I want to know, okay, so let's say I come to your office, they call you, you come out a week later, and now, what if I say I want to pay you to inspect my house and give me some suggestions because I'm an old person, I don't know exactly everything I need. Can your handyman go, so you know what, Mrs. Jones, all your doors are working, the faucets work, your drain's a little slow over here, I see a crack over here. Can you do that for people?
That is a really good question, and the answer to that, no. We have quite a bit of seniors that'll call us and said, as I age in place, what are my options, right? So we can come out there, we can take a look at what you have, and and we can look at no threshold doors, and we can look at as they age,
handrails,
putting handrails and grab bars, and maybe in the future putting a plan together so they can have a wheelchair ramp or a lot of vertical platform lift if you don't have space for a wheelchair ramp, and we spend of course a lot of time in the bathroom, right? And so that's the most dangerous room in the house. So we'll look at where grab bars should be. Should you do you want a walk-in tub? Do you want a curbless shower?
Can you guys set a new toilet? Someone said I bought a toilet. Will you install a toilet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as we don't have to run any lines. Yeah.
Got it. And if not, you can tell them, get a plumber, and then call us back when the plumbing's done, and then we'll come and do our stuff.
Absolutely.
So you'll coordinate and help homeowners.
Absolutely. And we just like you, we have a lot of contacts.
So guys one of your contractors is doing a job, or your handyman's doing a job for a homeowner, and let's just say it's 12 items. He gets 3 or 4 done the first day. Does the homeowner obviously, how long is it going to take? Adam Helfman said to ask how long the job takes.
That's, we were just listening to that during the commercial, and I said, thank you, Adam, for putting that out there, because what makes a successful relationship between a contractor and a homeowner is communication. And, you watch HGTV and you see a house, being painted, the whole house is being painted in 30 minutes, right? That's not realistic, right? and so always ask how much time it's going to take, because just like you said, no 2 houses are the same, and you want to set expectations. So talk with your contractor and make sure, because that's what we say.
I agree.
Hey, it's going to be, approximately 6 to 4 hours, 1 or 2 days. You don't know.
Keith Paul, Handy Pro, 1-800-9-HANDY-4, right?
984, yeah.
984. HandyPro.com. We're going to take a quick break. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We've got Keith Paul sitting in the co-host seat this morning. He's the owner, founder, CEO. What else are you?
Janitor, psychologist.
Chief bottle washer.
Chief bottle washer.
Handy Pro. The website's handypro.com.
Handypro.com.
Handyman in Metro Detroit. Although you have 10 franchises around the country.
We do.
And you're growing.
And we're growing. Yeah,
Love
we're
that.
opening up in Maumee in end of August.
Congratulations.
But, yeah, we're Florida and Texas and Virginia and Washington, D.C. And, yep, all over.
Well, that's cool. So
Great
we were
people.
talking about outdoor kitchens, and we were talking about, items that are like the staycation, because everyone's, sitting at home, they stared at their house, and all of a sudden they're like, I got to do a new deck. I got to put an outdoor kitchen. I want to do a barbecue. I want to do a smoker.
Man cave.
Right.
Yeah, all that.
And you get a lot of those requests.
We do.
So what we're going to do is do a little matchmaking right now. Joining me on the phone, a Hire It Done partner is Matt Boulier from Boulier Barbecue. They're in Metro Detroit on Woodward and Royal Oak. Are you there, Matt?
Yes, I am.
Hey, buddy. Thanks for calling in. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We're great.
Great.
Matt, did Boulier's survive this rain?
We lost power yesterday, so we had to close early.
I gotcha. So you guys are open today, though, right?
Yeah, we should be back open. The power's back on.
Awesome. I love it. So, Matt, we've got Keith Paul from Handy Pro, and he was telling me, because he's a handyman, that he has outdoor kitchens that people request from him and components and stuff. And I said to him, well, you've got to meet Matt from Boilers, because you guys, one of your fastest growing parts of your company is the outdoor kitchen stuff. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, since, it's probably been going on for a few years, but the pandemic probably beefed it up. Now everybody's stuck at home or have been at home. They wanted to do something with their outdoor space.
Exactly. So let's talk about outdoor kitchens, outdoor spaces. Let's start with the basics. If somebody has a patio or a deck, basically, you want to do a basic setup for an outdoor kitchen. What would be the main components that everything would revolve around? Can you tell us?
Probably most people would build a small kitchen with some workspace area. They for sure will have some type of grill, gas or charcoal in there. They might have one storage area for their spatulas and all their accessories, and possibly a fridge or possibly a side burner would probably be your more simple system.
So when you talk fridge, a lot of people have always asked me, oh, you have an outdoor fridge. Those refrigerators are made to work outdoors. Is that correct?
Yeah, what they do is they highly insulate them so that what's the difference between an indoor fridge and outdoor fridge is that it's still got to meet that the energy rating. So what they do is they put a lot more insulation inside of them so that they won't just run constantly. They got a little stronger compressors.
Oh, okay. And so can you use it year round, or in the middle of winter do you unplug it and just leave it outside?
I tell people that probably after Thanksgiving, because Michigan's, this is not Arizona, that to probably not use it during the 3 biggest, coldest months, and then plug it back in.
That makes sense. We're talking with Matt Boulier from Boulier's Barbecue. The website is BoulierBarbecue.com, which is BoulierBBQ.com. And obviously, we're in grilling season, even though it's a little rainy, although that rain never stops me between us. So, Matt, what else is what are some of the popular brands that you sell at Boilers?
The higher end brands are Lynx and Lynx Sedona, Hefton and DCS. We've also brought in Artisan and Blaze due to the popularity to get something. And Napoleon and Broil King also make heads, so to get something in a very affordable model also.
So let's say I already have a barbecue. It's in decent shape. I want to do a built-in pieces, but I want to add an accessory or a popular component. At your place on Woodward at 13.5 Mile, you guys have a real good selection of components. What are some of the popular ones that people can add to their outdoor barbecue?
What we did is we built a full display, so it kind of shows off almost every single type of accessory in the showroom. But side burners, where they actually have like an outside searing station. So if your grill didn't have one, you can put one in that's separate. The power burners, which are those larger burners, which you can put woks or boil water on, are pretty popular. Some people like the warming drawer, so if their family works at different times, they can put food in and hold it for 2 to 4 hours and keep it warm. Bar sinks and bar cocktail areas to have a little refreshment out there also, especially the sinks, since everyone's supposed to be washing their hands a lot more. And then refrigeration has really picked up too, ice makers.
But they got to be
wine
outdoor
storage.
rated, obviously, what we talked about earlier. I like the griddle flat tops. I love a good slider and, the sizzle. I want to make bacon on the flat top. Well, I can smell it right now. I'm so hungry.
We were going to ask you, Matt, if you could drop off some of the food that you're displaying over there.
I do. My wife actually does most of the cooking in our house because I get home after dinner. So,
Well, you're a workaholic. I saw that, and the amount of effort that your employees and you put in, it's amazing. Here's the thing: when it comes to outdoor barbecues, when it comes to outdoor living, you guys are bullseye, finger on the pulse of what's going on, which is really, really good. For homeowners who are looking, again, one of the fastest growing segments of home improvement is outdoor living, staycation, and of course that got accelerated because of the pandemic. What about those big green end, Komodo Joe and those type of things? You guys sell those too, right?
Yeah, we carry a few different ceramic lines where the grills are Kamados, and it's very interesting because you can cook charcoal, but you can control the temperature. So they're very popular because they can smoke, they can get super hot, make a pizza, or they can just cook in the middle. So that's what's made them so popular, and they're easy to control.
Well, that's kind of cool. So if someone comes to you and says, I want to, build an outdoor kitchen, but I don't want to do it all this year. I want to start building components every year, add a few. You can give them the roadmap and say, okay, this year we recommend you get this, and then next year they can add A, B, and they got C and D for the year after. Is that a good way to say it for homeowners?
We've had quite a few people where they have like a standing grill, and then they have a Komodo, and then they wind up with a bunch of different accessories, and it kind of looks hodgepodge in the yard. So when they do build their kitchen, they incorporate the grills that they already own into the kitchen.
There you go. Well, that makes perfect sense. Now, let me ask this. Accessories, like LP tanks. If someone wants to do a swap out, can you guys accommodate people?
Yeah, we have propane exchange.
Oh, even better. So they can all come there. Now, all the accessories, pellets, that's a big thing with the grills today, with these pellets. You guys have all the pellets, right?
We've probably got every flavor you can possibly dream of 3 or 4 different brands that we carry. And the charcoals, too. We went out and went online and figured out what the top charcoals were and brought all the top-rated charcoals in the country in.
Now, have you ever participated in the gas versus charcoal argument ever?
I personally use mostly gas because I'm usually searing a steak or whatever. That's what they put me in charge of. And
Perfect.
Then, like the slow cook stuff, I usually cook it on a pellet grill. I do have a charcoal grill also. I've got a Komodo.
Oh, I love that. Now,
Hey, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Matt, this is Keith. I've heard something. In fact, I know somebody who just got a barbecue grill that they can control by Wi-Fi. Is that something that your company gets into?
Yeah, a lot of the new grills, a tech company came out, and then they've decided that this will be the future trend is all barbecues. I don't care if you go buy the $199 one from, a box store. They're all eventually going to have some form of Wi-Fi because that's what, people want. They want to be able to turn on the grill, and then they plug in a meat probe, and then they can watch the food cook basically from the temperature from their phones.
Love it. Love it.
You know what? That's actually smart.
Isn't it, though?
Set it and forget it, right? And then all of a sudden, the little thing on your phone beeps, beep, beep, beep. I'm like, all right, I'm down.
Get that for your pizza.
Well, that's the other
Oven.
thing. So, Matt, let's talk about pizza ovens for a second. Is that one of the fastest growing segments of outdoor living?
Yeah, we've really seen an uptick, and there's so many models now. There's gas, there's charcoal, wood, fired ones. So they really make the ovens in different sizes, different varieties, and then they can countertop them. So if you're doing a kitchen, you don't have to have a standing separate pizza oven. It can sit right on the counter, and we've really seen an uptick in pizza oven sales.
Oh, I bet. And that's, is there a price range that you can get a pizza oven for, from low to high?
They're under $1,000 for smaller ones, and they can go up to about $4,500.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Those are great. Now, tell the listeners what else Bouliers has in their location today.
I mean, we still do standing regular grills. If you have an old post mount grill in your patio, a lot of people back in the late 60s and 70s, they put those little grills on a post. We can replace those. We sell those still. A lot of places you don't see those anymore.
Oh, I like that. So the post grills, what? That's interesting. I forgot about it. There's a lot of those houses that have that. All right, we're going to take a quick break, Matt. I want to keep you in here. When we come back, we're going to talk more about outdoor living and staycation and barbecues. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We've got Matt Bullier from Bullier's Barbecue on the line. You there, Matt?
Yes, I am.
Hey, thanks for coming back. I appreciate that. Matt, I got a question for you. We always talk barbecues. We talk outdoor living and staycation. One of the things that I've been having questions from people recently is people want to know about fire tables and heaters. You see these they let people eat outdoors because of COVID, and all of a sudden these heaters pop up everywhere. They make residential versions. You're a source for all of those. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, we sell a full line of patio tables. We also carry all the heaters where they mount on the walls, plus the standalone ones if you don't want to get into mounting them onto your house. And, once you get in the evening hours, you got sitting around on your patio furniture and you realize that you kind of want some light source and maybe a heat source, so you can buy a table and kind of reconfigure your patio furniture around the table.
So you have some of those on display at your location as well.
Oh, yes, yeah. We got many, many to choose from.
So the address for anyone who wants to go over there today is 32128 Woodward, between 13.5 and 14 Mile Road on Woodward. It's called, Normandy. You're across the street from the old Art Van. You can't miss your place. It's literally, when you walk in there, it's like a toy store because you got everything. If you're into grilling or outdoor anything, this place is the place to go. Now, if someone finds a table or an outdoor heater, Matt, do you have to order it? Do you have some in stock? Because I know everything today is like, oh, you can get it, but we're waiting on shipping because of supplies. What's going on with that?
We have quite a bit of stock that you can actually take. We had to order 6-8 months ago so that they'd be here today. So we do have quite a bit of stock. If you want something super special, we may have to still order it.
But it sure makes sense to get in there and take a look for what you have there, which we love, of course. So what about people who want to do it themselves? You guys can help out with that?
So, your contractor there, they come and they ask you, they just want to put in their own outdoor pit. We sell all the burners, the control valves, all the pieces that you could just make the internal guts to make your own fire pit. So if you want a special size, or if you've seen one like at a ski lodge, we have all those components also.
So if someone wants to make their own fire pit and you go custom, you can do it.
Yeah, that way you can make any size, any
I love
shape,
it.
instead of being stuck with what color that table is per se.
Now, you also have a fireplace division, which is, I'm very big fan of. Do you have some of those fireplaces are made for outdoors? So if someone wants to do an outdoor kitchen, they can also do an outdoor fireplace, correct?
Right. If your layout allows for it, you can do a standing outdoor fireplace or one up against the house. And the biggest difference between those is they tested them for outdoor for wind, and they're made out of stainless steel so they won't rust like the one on the inside of the house. So yeah, that is a big emerging trend that we've seen too. People are adding in an outdoor fireplace.
Well, that makes sense. So if someone has a contractor they're currently working with, but they want to add stuff like that, isn't it make sense they can come bring their contractor in and meet with you guys, and you guys will work with anybody?
Yeah, our sales team, we work with all the builders and the outdoor landscapers in the area, and then they come in, they figure out what size they might want to get, and we'll get it to their house and get it delivered.
Well, that's not a bad idea at all. Now, Keith from Handy Pro, with Matt on the phone, do you get calls, Keith, from homeowners who say, I bought a grill and I need you to put it together?
They do. They call us. They think they can. Everybody can do it. It's not that difficult. But once they see in the time that it takes to put it, together, just like IKEA furniture, right? Now that I got it all spread out, I think I'll call Handy Pro. So it happens all the time.
So, Matt, when someone buys a barbecue from you, you guys assemble it and you offer delivery and install as well, right?
Oh, yeah. Some of them are difficult, and some of them are not that bad. But, yeah, they definitely want to take you up on that.
That's what I figured. I wasn't sure of that. Now, from the good, better, best type of grills, is there a big difference between like a standard, okay, this is a decent grill, and then you go up to a best? What makes a best better than a good? Is it the thickness of the steel? Is it the accessories? What is it really that sets a high-end grill apart?
Pretty much, you hit it on the head there. The materials get thicker, they get heavier, they last forever. So, like, when a grill gets to be 10, 15 years old, the higher-end ones, I could technically take it apart, power wash the thing, and put it back together, and it would be like it was new. The lower end grills, you just get another one because the chassis itself just isn't going to last.
So it's like a throwaway.
Yeah.
It's interesting, I would rather buy one that would last forever, and then you just upgrade some components to keep it going. But the society today, like we'll use flat screen TVs. You can get a 75-inch flat screen at Walmart for like $399. And then guess what? If I don't like it after 6 months and I want to get another one, I'll throw it out. That's what they do. It's like it's the throwaway economy, but not with with barbecues and stuff. I want to do it right. So, what are the hours today, Matt, for Bouliers?
10 to 6 today.
All right. So, if anybody out there is looking for accessories for your barbecue, charcoal, wood, pellets, or like help with a new grill, a new outdoor kitchen, like A to Z, soup to nuts, pizza oven, pizza peels, fireplaces, outdoor, everything. You guys have all of that. And by the way, there's not many places for people to go around here. Is there?
It's pretty limited market.
Yeah. And you guys, how long have you guys been around now?
1999 we opened.
Prince. I love it. 1999. We can have a party. I'm just kidding. All right. Well, Matt, listen, I want to thank you for calling in today. The website is BourlierBarbecue.com, which is BourlierBBQ.com. The phone number, if anyone wants to call, 248-582-1084. And, of course, they're located on Woodward at 13 and a half mile, across from the old art van. And you know what? If you're in the barbecue, my friends, anyone out there listening, you're going to thank me when you see Bouliers. Literally, you're going to thank me.
What a great day to go. I mean, you can go there, see different options. There's stuff I just learned I didn't even realize existed. Go check it out.
Yeah, definitely. It's today. I highly recommend it. So, Matt, thanks for calling in, brother. We appreciate it. I'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Always. So, Keith,
food.
You haven't been there, have you?
I have not.
Oh, my God.
I didn't even know it existed. So
where do you live?
I live in Plymouth.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Salem Township.
It's not that far.
No, not at all.
I'm going to tell you, you're going to call me and thank me if you go there.
I will be calling
I'm just addicted. Like, I watch all these barbecue shows. Like literally I want to do a flat top.
Are you
somewhere.
a brisket kind of guy? I hear a lot of people talking about briskets.
The smokers?
Yeah, the smokers. And
stuff. I don't like sitting for 10 hours waiting and smoking.
You and I don't have the patience, right?
Yeah, but for me, brisket's like, I'm Jewish. So it's a brisket sandwich, corned beef, pastrami. I grew up on that. This new barbecue stuff. I want beef ribs, like where the bone falls out of it. You ever see those big beef ribs and they squeeze in all the juice comes out of it? Oh, it's so good looking. Yummy.
See, I'm the salmon kind of guy, right? So I'm barbecuing salmon and yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I might have to leave here and get some.
I love salmon on Sundays. Smoked salmon.
Oh, yeah. See? Oh, man, that's the best. You know what we're having for dinner tomorrow, right?
Salmon. No, but here's the thing. I have a pizza oven coming. And you can do cedar plank salmon in the pizza oven. How about them apples? Stand back, everybody.
Oh, man. Hey, drop the mic, will you?
Really? Or, even salmon nuggets on top of my pizza. Right?
Yeah.
What about,
you're killing me here.
Where do you get your salmon from? Just like regular grocery store?
The best salmon, believe it or not, Aldi's.
Oh, I bet.
Aldi's.
Aldi's is cool. There's
oh
always
my
cool
gosh.
Stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I used to do Aldi's many years ago, and they just had the low price stuff. But that they have it there that is just seasoned beyond belief.
Really?
Oh, absolutely the best.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have to check it out.
You have to try it out if you go there.
So Keith, give everyone the phone number to call you on the website again.
Handypro.com, handypro, handypro.com, and our phone number, we have an office in Plymouth and one in Farmington. It is 1-800-942-6394, 800-942-6394.
And, as we wrap things up, you guys are hiring. So if anyone out there, you're a contractor and you're done with the marketing your company, you're done trying to chase homeowners, but you're really good at doing work, I would say give you a call, right?
Yeah, if you want to do the work you love and you have flexible schedule, that's what we're about. And if you know anybody that is, send them our way. We are very picky. Got to be honest. We do background checks. You work hard. You're honest, and just enjoy helping people. That's what Handy Pro's about.
Well, there you go. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think that's the way it's got to be. All right. Well, Keith, thanks for coming in today.
Adam, thanks for
gotta
having
have
me.
you
It's
on
great
again.
to see you.
Right?
Great
Thank
to
you,
see you.
man.
It's been
Thank
a while.
God we're all healthy, right?
Amen,
It's
brother.
the best. All right, I want to thank the audience for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Stay dry. Always go to hireitdone.com. Click on the contractors. You get a Handy Pro. You can go to Bulliers. You can get a waterproofing guide. We got it all. And again, my email is adam@hireitdone.com if you need anything. Thanks again. I'll talk to you all soon. See you next week.